City 6, Alain 0. Taking a look at the group. There it is then, Juventus and Manchester City, as you would expect, top of Group G. Nedum, as Mr. Man City, I'm obliged to go to you because you're the only one who watched this game. What would you like to say?
Yes. Yeah, I watched this at 2 a.m. as well.
No,
so,
you
yeah,
didn't.
That's,
no, you didn't, Nedum. Don't give me that.
Okay. No, I did, but I was paid to do it, so please let me off. But anyway, in this, it was interesting, this game, just because at the end, if you see the players aren't really celebrating, it's because they're disappointed, because they knew they needed one more goal to put themselves top of the group going into that final game against Juventus. So it was actually quite exciting in some ways. Or either that or I was delirious. But the attacking play was there, seeing Shirky come on, Oscar Bobbs and so on, and they were very much on the front foot. I'll be honest, Alain, yeah, they weren't great. The goalkeeper wasn't great. But in reality, they ended up doing enough to help Juve. So now in that next game, City have to win if they want to finish top of their group and maybe, just maybe, have a nicer passage through to the later rounds of the top competition.
What's the tiebreaker if it's 0-0? You don't want Nedum to go and explain it?
If there's anyone in the room that knows this, surely it's
I have no idea.
No. Juve goes through. It's goal scored. It's goal scored, yeah. It's goal scored, Gab.
There we go. He's completely made that up.
That's the difference, yeah.
Pep Guardiola sounds like a broken record, though, at the moment when speaking about the players that he's left behind, the size of the squad. This all kind of started around the FA Cup time. He said, I'd love to have the players that we have now all season. The problem is that they will be unhappy during the season. They will be sad. They'll be disappointed. I don't want that. For me, it's not a problem. I don't like to have 6-7 players just in case no injuries. Being at home, of course, he left like Jack Grealish was at home, wasn't he? You look at this Nedum. Why is he talking about being sad? Why does he keep going on about this? It's just part of your life. It's part of your job. You've left them home because they're not good enough. Move on.
Oh my gosh, Dan Thomas, you are such a troll.
Well,
I think the point that he's trying to make is one that everyone else will understand.
It's not in my plans for the future.
Yeah, it's the point.
It's not, oh, boo-hoo, I'm sad because I can take him
everyone
with
else
us.
is talking about. It's about more than Jack Grealish. It's about more
else?
than that. Because, for example, at this tournament, the whole squad is there. So in this moment, you've got 11, 12 players on the bench who will believe that they could be and should be starting a game of football. If that was to roll into the next Premier League season, you don't have 11 people on the bench. So you're talking about 4 or 5 players that won't even make the squad altogether. And that disregards, say, maybe a James McAtee, you've got a Mateo Kovacic as well. You know, you can mention a Jack Grealish. So the fact is that the squad is functionally just too big. And obviously it's a luxury to be able to have that. But he's fine. When he picks 11 players, great. When there are probably 3 or 4 players that know they're going to play, great. But they're going to be 6 or 7 full internationals who will be disappointed most weeks. And that sort of feeling is one which will spread like a sense of negativity around that squad because they want to, everyone believes they should be playing or could be playing. So that's the thing that's where I'm coming from in terms of saying the squad's too big.
Is Guardiola? Let me ask you a question. Has Guardiola got? And I have to believe that he has, with somebody of his gravitas and repute. He has a big say on transfers coming in. Nedum, am I correct?
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
Well,
yeah, I believe so.
So if he's got a big say in transfers coming in...
I feel a pile
He has all these players coming in. He has given the green light to all these players coming in. It is now the club's job, as Dan said, to get rid of these players that they don't want on the big wages.
Yeah, I mean, I presume he's familiar with Hugo Viana. I know he just arrived. I'm sure they've been introduced and they have a plan. I'm assuming some of these guys will move on, but I don't understand this crying over the big squad. A lot of clubs have big squad. Inter Milan, an enormous squad. You deal with it. They're professional players. You try to move them. It's difficult sometimes to move them because Man City players make a lot of money and they don't want to move and take a pay cut. But guess what? If you don't want to move and take a pay cut, then you can sit and be sad. Yeah. If you really want to play so badly because you love football, then you'll take a pay cut and move. You'll work something out with the club. The summer transfer window closes on August 31st. They have a long time to work this out.
Yeah.
I wish we could kind of move on from this point, unless he's trying to take pot shots at Hugo Viana and try to send a message and put pressure on him via the media.
Oh.
But it's too early for that, right?
The club can subsidise these things anyway to get players out.
And they do.
Even
That's
in
what Chelsea do.
Marcus Rashford, Aston Villa, subsidised for a short term.
Yeah, subsidised, Nedum. Sort it out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, simple. But also, like, we disregard the fact that, like, he's been asked these questions. He's not going on his Twitter and releasing a statement every night. Oh, the squad's too big. Squad's too big. I feel so sad. Like, that's just the nature of, like, what this business is at this moment in time. And it's a big conversation for them. And it's obviously marring the sort of good form that they're in, relatively speaking. But I'm sure it will be dealt with, as Gav said. They've got a long time to do it.
Why doesn't he just come out and say, look, I got some big decisions to make at this moment in time and the upcoming pre-season and the season starting, because we have a big squad. But that's what, as you said, that's what I'm paid to do. You can't have it both ways. And I understand, when you have a big beefy squad, it's more difficult to keep people happy. But that's your job. And also, he bemoaned last year he didn't have enough players. Now he's saying he's got too many players. He can't have his cake and eat it.
Shaka, speaking of cake and eating it.
I don't understand what the fuss is about. Those problems are of his or / of the club's making. And so you can complain about them all you like, but surely, kind of given your own experiences, given City's, you have to assume City know how to run a football club. I give no gravitas to any complaints at all.
It's not just one football club, many.
There you go. If you want to hear what Gab has to say.
Send them to Girona.
Jules, by the way, was very excited about this experimental formation that Pep used, didn't he? You can hear about, maybe you weren't listening.
The 3-1-6.
There we go.
Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
You see Cole Palmer there?
No, I didn't see Cole. Oh, there he is. Yeah.
What's he got in his hair?
I don't know. Why has he got like alien? I don't know, something. That's just very observant of you, Craig.
Oh,
It's some flowers. He's ready for carnival, Shaq.
Oh, no.